nothing left to lose now. Everything to prove now. Long as I'm alive, I'ma fight back. My fire never cools down. I'm about to catch fire. Yeah, I'm about to catch fire. Get ready for the new me. Get ready for the new me. Try to hold me down and I go higher. Try to put me out and I go louder. I'm a fighter, a survivor. Stand back while I catch fire.
Welcome to the WSL Post Show. Today went off the second day of the event window here for the Boost Mobile Gold Coast Pro presented by Rip Curl. And what an afternoon. What a way to finish. Stephanie Gilmore relishing the opportunity to compete at home. And the birds are moving in. She's getting swarmed. She's under attack.
It was just a swarm. It looked like a migratory pattern.
It was great, though. Ronnie Blakey with Bugs. Kaipo stepping in for the post-show. Kipes, the Queen, returning to Snapper Rocks. And I think she's really missed this event in just, I think, in kick-starting her title campaigns the last couple of seasons. This contest could work out pretty well for Stephanie.
She deserves her crown. She is the Queen. And evidently, she has not left the throne. And I think everyone's relishing on that performance that Steph gave.
Yeah, great to be back on the Harvey Norman host set for the WSL Post Show. We'll be having a close look at those two 9-point rides a little later on, I'm sure. They've got a feature in the top 5. But Bugs, big day competition. Of course, we finished off those last few heats of the men's round of 96. We saw Caity Simmers out there. It was a goat fest today.
That's what I think. I think we got bookended by the greatest of all times, finishing with the greatest of all times.
Yeah, Kipes, your thoughts on today, the conditions and the performance levels?
It exceeded expectation, is what I would say. Both the waves and the performances. It was just a beautiful day. I mean, we call it the Challenger Series. It is, it's supposed to be a level, to qualify for the championship tour. But that was world-class CT performances all day long.
It sure was, especially that last heat. Let's feel the buzz from Stephanie Gilmore. She's down there with Stace.
Thanks, Ron. Yes, it is buzzing. Steph, was that the longest day of your life?
Yeah, man, it's been a long time since I've surfed snapper with nobody out, and when the conditions are like that, I think that was the most nerve-wracking heat I've had all year, because I was just like, hurry up, I just want to get out there and surf. So it was amazing, really fun to surf it.
How fun was it sitting behind the rock in first prio?
Yeah, it's tricky when there's 4 people in the heat and you've got third priority and you just keep seeing these barrels behind the rock and you're like, oh, I'll just try to get one and see what happens. But yeah, it was slow, so I just had to get a couple waves under my feet and and then try to get a barrel. But it was just a little head dip. But yeah, try again tomorrow.
Just get 17 points before you get 18 points.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good plan, actually. Yeah, just stick to that one.
We love getting ahead of ourselves. You'll probably give me a flat-out answer, but can we talk about kickstarting a world title campaign after a performance like that? You've missed this event being the start of the year, but what a good time to flare up.
Yeah, we're pretty lucky as, I've already made the cut for the World Tour, so I can come here and relax and just enjoy the ride. And but at the end of the day, it's all confidence boosting. And for me, yeah, that's what I need after just making the, by the skin of my teeth into the top 10. So yeah, every good heat, every good win is confidence.
Glad to see it. Well done, Steph.
Thank you, Stace. I think they like her, Bugs.
Yep, the Queen is back home, and her beloved disciples and the next generation, and she has got so many fans in so many different generations. It's wonderful.
I went down and stood on the promenade, Kipes, just to feel the energy of the crowd. And Caity Simmers, he pulls the crowd like no other. But here at Snapper Rocks, I've got to say, I think Steph has his measure. There was a huge turnout this afternoon for that last heat of the day. The Groms were going wild. The old boys, the women were all down here cheering and watching one of the greats. Even the competitors stuck around, I think, to watch Steph's performance.
Isn't it great for the neighborhood? Isn't it great for the whole community over here, what Steph does, to raise that energy for everyone? And I think everyone was feeling that, Ron. I sure was.
Most definitely. Let's have another look at one of the highlight heats today. Malin Manuel flaring up. Of course, she has learned that she's going to be competing in that back half of the year, so looking really relaxed as a result. And Bugs, this was just great surfing once again from one of the top seeds.
Malia is one of the, you know, the first time I ever saw her surf was out at Snapper Rocks when she was about 17. I said, this girl will be a world champion. I mean, I was that impressed with her. And today she's turned up and she looks relaxed. She looks like Copa. She looks like she's just at her best again. You know, without any kind of nervous energy, Malia Manuel, definitely the style, the grace, the form, and just the ability to link it all through on this point break run. It's a really beautiful thing.
I just love the release that she can find in her surfing. She's super progressive when she gets her confidence up. Don't forget that she did make it a final this year. I think that's really why she got the nod for that back half of the season. Anytime you make a final of the championship tour, I think you deserve any breaks you can get, because it's so difficult to get to that last heat of a CT event.
Yeah, I mean, what is it? 8 runner-ups for Malia Manuel. She's due for a CT title, but hey, she's looking good here in this comp in the Challenger Series.
Big heat too for Nikki Van Dyke, getting back into the Challenger Series zone and dropping some big numbers on us. 15.8 for Nikki. That's impressive too. Positive signs.
Yeah, good to see Nikki back. What do you think, Bugs?
Really good, and she surfed very, very well. I mean, she looked like she not only hasn't lost anything, but she belongs back in that top tier.
We just heard from the greatest of all time, but we also have in the draw here the current world #1 on the championship tour. Brisa Hennessy is just looking like a different competitor these days, Kipe. So confident, so consistent.
Well, let's think about Brisa's road falling off the championship tour, had to claw back on the Challenger Series, comes into 2022 with a bang, and she continues her performance and that momentum right here at Snapper, Bugs.
She kind of ran away with it, Bugs. Sorry to jump in, but she had a great heat because Sierra Kerr charged her way through the trials into the main event, and she's looking sharp too.
Yeah, she is, and yeah, Brisa looked really loose and really confident. It's amazing, that yellow jersey and just the confidence. I love the little barrel here. She got a couple of them along the way, just looking next level.
Yeah, I talked to her after this heat, and you know, I just asked her, "Are you having fun?" She says, "Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. I'm enjoying all of this."
I think last year too, we were watching Brisa compete, and honestly, at times, I don't think she even blinked. She had her eyes open. I think it was pretty overwhelming. She did perform well at different stops, but it was a shortened year with a lot of pressure on the competitors to get big results to keep a place on tour. As you mentioned, Cobb, she had to fight her way back. The big win at the second event this season relieved some pressure, gave us some room to breathe, and the surfing has gotten a lot stronger, and that's shown in the numbers here.
Yeah, big numbers. That's an excellent heat score.
Sierra Kerr also getting a couple of decent scores on the board there. Sierra's got a lot more to give though, Bugs. She found waves that kind of didn't charge all the way down to Little Marley and sort of closed out, but she still threaded together great combinations.
They were just short, sharp rides by Sierra, and she really never got to show her, her full, what she's really made of. Like, obviously, she's got some air game, but she really has been born and bred on these point breaks as well. She never really got one that connected.
Sometimes when you expect a surfer to truly perform, it does kind of add a lot of pressure, and sometimes it doesn't live up to the hype. But today, this afternoon, the Boost Mobile Wave of the Day, it goes to Steph Gilmore, and she just gave us everything and more. And this wave was on its way to being a perfect 10. But have a look at this thing. It's obviously dreamy conditions too, with the wind completely backing off this afternoon.
Oh yeah, Steph's just right at home here in the snapper barrel. She's such a silky smooth tube rider, and when she goes into a carving routine, Clivo, it's just a sight to behold.
I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. What it is his technique, his power, all mixed with a bit of femininity in her style. And really that formula is just so pleasing to watch, and that's how she's getting the big numbers.
When she's on, it's like she doesn't have a jersey on. She's out there taking the lines that she wants, and it's, artistry at one point, but it ticks all the boxes in the criteria. That first wrap out of the barrel was huge. Set that rail so deep.
I see Steph come down on the days where it's just mega crowded here and just so awesome. And she'll just glide out there and just find a little spot, and there she is in the barrel, and she finds them.
Yeah, well, it's time for a break, but stay with us, because after the break, we're going to have a look at today's top 5. Welcome back to the show, capping off a brilliant afternoon with two of my favourites, Bugs and Kipes. Gentlemen, we got through a lot today, but tomorrow we'll get back here. We'll finish off the round of 64 for the women and then potentially move straight into that round of 48 for the men. The forecast suggesting great things.
It's looking really good. Snapper, the wave train's on, and every day we come down here, it's just going to look really good. The winds are fantastic, and this is home.
They've been a lot of fun to go through so far, and we're going to dive into another fantastic top five right now. Kicking it off, Gabby Bryan continuing the great form that saw her back onto the championship tour and into her first final over there at Margaret River. Kaipo, she just continues to impress.
What is not to like about this young lady? She's just got power. She's got flow. She's got a big, big future ahead of her. And representing all of the surfers over there on the island of Kauai. And she's making that island proud with her presence here at Snapper Rocks.
And she's going to be Rookie of the Year too on the championship tour because she's the only rookie that survived that mid-year cut. So she's already achieving some big goals. At number 4, Bugs, it was Caity Simmers, an 8-point ride to kick off his campaign in this first Challenger Series event.
It was a beautiful first wave. It was amazing. There was like the king coming home. He's won so many major tournaments here, at least 6 of them. And he just served it so good. On Old Faithful, that board's 8 years old, and it looks amazing.
Yeah, it's odd to see Kelly on such an old special. Number 3, Caity Simmers. Kipes, she had such a clean read on the end section here. Beautiful barrel riding prowess.
Just casual as could be. The youngster just coming out here, making it look so easy, surfing way beyond her years. What a show for Caity Simmers.
Super confident, just a real cruisy customer. Looking forward to seeing how far she can go through this contest. Coming in at number 2, we already saw some highlights of Malia's performance, but it's worthy of seeing a second time. Big turn. She found those nice tall faces too.
Oh gosh, this was such a beautiful performance. Just poetry in motion.
Yeah, really silky smooth. She's got that classic form, Kipes. It's just so easy on the eye.
Really great flow, really great rail work, keeping on rail. Nice style to boot. I mean, Malia Manuel, this could be her best year ever when we look at the scope of the entire tour.
Yeah, just a master of variety too, just throwing so many different variations of those carved screws. She was sitting in number 1 most of the day until this happened. Stephanie Gilmore in the last heat of the day just found her place in this lineup, and that is behind the curtain in the barrel.
Oh, hail the queen of snapper, and she's doing her thing. What a way to cap off a big day of competition. We went through 19 heats today, and we saved the best for last, Ron.
Yeah, it was awesome, Bugs. The crowd just ate up every single moment in each of Steph's rides, just howling with each move.
Oh, they were roaring by the end of this move. Even though she didn't make this, that just lit them up. And she's just got this throng of, it's unbelievable. Like, you know, she's such a popular surfer, and she's so giving of herself.
I know she actually embraces the crowd, but she might need human repellent on at the end of the event. The whole beach, the whole crowd surged towards Stephanie Gilmore as she made her way in, Kipes, and that's got to be a special feeling for her.
The pounding on the post-heat interview, Ron, I think we got to make sure that that board is shatterproof glass right now, because we want to make sure that, I mean, if this is day number 2 and we're already having the Groms in force, watch the momentum build.
I can't believe we're not even through the women's first round yet, and we've seen so many amazing highlights. The forecast setting up for another spectacular day tomorrow. Kipes, an absolute pleasure. Bugs, thanks again for having us. Tune in bright and early tomorrow morning. It's likely we'll be getting competition back underway, but right now it's time for some highlights.
Take it all from me and everyone. No way
This copyrighted event broadcast is produced by the World Surf League for broadcast around the world and may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the written consent of the World Surf League.